Hello everyone, it's me, Professor Scott, and welcome to the second week. Now, by this time you will have emailed or texted me your lightning quick drawings that you did of the skeleton really quickly. And thank you for those who have done it. If you haven't done it, remember that counts for your attendance and your homework every week, so you won't get anything for that. So make sure you do everything every week and you'll be on top of the world. So that was that. So hopefully by now you've got these papers, and week one, just a quick drawing of the skeleton as you were now without any training. Okay, you've done that. And week two, which is this week, we will do the skull. So let's look at the skull. Hopefully you have that drawing. If you don't have it, if you have not received yet that envelope, you can always contact me and by text, and I will text an image of this to you, or you can find one on the internet. So the skull, basically, it's got three sections. You've got the top of the skull, here we are. You've got the top of the skull to the top of the eye is 1/3, and the top of the eye to the bottom of this nose, this is the nose, is 1/3, and from the bottom of the nose to the bottom of the chin is 1/3. So 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. So it's from here to here is 1/3, from here to here is 1/3, and from here to here, the bottom of the mouth there, the bottom of the chin is 1/3. Okay? So again, it doesn't have to be genius work, although some of you I know are going to do great stuff. You want to get certain things, the feeling of looking in the eye sockets, so that you can see that these are sockets where you would put the eyeball. So the eyeball fits inside the sockets. The nose also goes inside here. It's got two holes going in so you can breathe up through it. So getting the sense of that so it doesn't look like a cartoon. So it doesn't look like a cartoon skull is important. So I'm just going to quickly go here on it. So we'll do the top of the head. I start with the top of the head. Thank you, Fritz. He's looking a bit shy this week. So here we go. Round the edge. It's a lovely big round top to the skull, there it is. And I'm going to just loosely put in the two eye sockets here. And the bridge of the nose here coming into that. Shading the bits of the eyes, so that you get that feeling of... Turn round there, Fritz, would you please, for me? Yes, thank you. Good fellow, this Fritz. So you get the feeling that something can go into the eyes. It's they're like two little caves. That's important. I mean, you're in the second part of the art classes now, so we're kind of looking further about how to create 3 dimensions. And you can see the top of the skull here has got the cheekbones. You'll see it on your... You'll see it on this thing. Got the cheekbones here, the cheekbones there. So I'm going to just carve those in. Now, any, I mean, if you don't have a sketchbook, I should say, any old piece of paper, here's the back of one of the pieces of paper I've sent you, any old back of paper will do, and any old pencil. Okay, so you don't need a special sketchbook. Now, I'm not going to spend hours on these things. You're welcome to, because you have got the whole week. I don't want to spend too long so that this becomes boring. I'm just going to give you an impression of this skeleton, and so you know what you're doing. So you've got this cheekbone going in here, and that curls round into the teeth, top jawbone. You can see it's got a kind of swirly bit here. You can see that. This bit here. Okay. Because the whole thing, you know, you're wanting to get your work to look more real and less like caricatures and cartoons. Nothing wrong with cartoons, but if you can't draw really realistically, even your cartoons will look like not so good. So learn to draw realistically, then you can make cartoons do anything. Now, when I'm drawing this quickly, the only problem is teeth take ages. Because there's so, well, unless you've lost your teeth, you've got so many of them. So I'm going to do these really sketchy. I worked in a graveyard when I was a student, and the money was good, you know, and it was quite an interesting job in a strange way. I was a grave digger, and somebody came in, he'd managed to kind of take a skull out for some reason. I don't know how he did it. It did not have all its teeth like this one. That's what I'm remembering. Yeah, I mean, I've done hundreds of jobs in the past because my parents weren't rich, so I always had to work. And it's good for you, you know. I mean, it'd be nice to be like from super rich parents who just give you like $1 billion when you're 20, but on the other hand, would you have experienced a lot of things or done a lot of things? Probably not. So here we go. I'm just going. I'm really. I'm doing. You can spend longer on those teeth. I can't do them all, and make this film less than 20 minutes. I think is enough for people. So just curling that round there. So you've got your 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 here to the bottom of the teeth. Bottom of the jaw. And that's the first exercise, just try to get a skull down there. If you get proportions wrong, just try and shift around until you get them right. Remember that what I said, from the top of the skull to the top of the eyes is 1/3, from the top of the eyes to the bottom of the nose is another 1/3, and the last third is from the bottom of the nose to the bottom of the jaw. If you keep those proportions, the skull won't look too weirdly out of proportion. So once you're finished doing this, take a photograph of it and text it or email it to me. You've got a week to do it, so that should be plenty of time. And I think it's like about the 14th of February, so Valentine's Day. You can make it, you can make it a heart-shaped skull. No, I'm joking. So just draw that as best as you can, send it to me, and that will count for your attendance and exercise for this first easy introduction to the human anatomy. Fritz is getting jealous of this other one. He wants me to draw him. Yeah, I'm starting to get into this now, which I wasn't really at the beginning. And yeah, you can see it starting okay. You know, it's not great, but I'm sure some of you will do even better than your old professor here. You can take your time and do it. Don't just trace it and copy it though. There's no point in that. You know, just make it your own personal skull. I've done a kind of long skull here. You know, there he is. So. Okay, there we are. So, you know, what has been done in about 6 minutes, you can spend 6 days doing, but that's a quickie. And like I said, the proportions, 1/3 from top of head to top of eye, 1/3 from top of eye to bottom of nose, and 1/3 from bottom of nose to the bottom of the jaw. You can see I kind of muffled the teeth quite a bit because they would have spent long time trying to do them, but you get the picture. Just try your best with week 1, which is just doing this skull, and you know, you can freeze this frame, you know, and copy it with your camera and do your best, and that will be it. You know, that's you done for that week. So that's it. Very easy exercise. Let me know, you know, if by Valentine's Day you still have not received the big envelope, let me know and I will post out another one. You know, I've posted out 2 of them to a few people, so I hope they manage to eventually arrive. God knows what happens with the United States Postal Service, but I am sending things out to everybody if they provide me their address. So that's the week 2 exercise, the human skull. Getting the eye sockets to look like they are going in, and you can work that out from that special photocopy that I sent you. The nostrils to look like they're going in, the cheekbones to look like they're curling round here and leading into the teeth, and then the lower teeth the same, you know, and that jawbone at the bottom the same. So that's the exercise. Any questions, don't hesitate to ask me, and I will do my best to instruct you. But that's the first simple exercise, the human skull and its proportions and the kind of bits that are going in like caves, nostrils and eyes, and the shape of the cheekbones. That's the important things, so that you don't have it looking like a kind of cartoon skull. you know, just with the things drawn onto a football, like Wilson in Castaway. Okay, so that's it for now. All the best to everybody. Week 2, send the drawing in by the end of this week. It'll be about Valentine's Day, and text or email. Okie doke. Great to see you all. Bye for now.